Jven, I want to start with the statement you put out when you committed to Penn State. And I love the fact in the first sentence you thanked your mom and your dad. I watched some of these award shows and the actors are thanking the director and the producer and the cameraman and the writers. They never thank their parents. So how much do your parents mean to you, and how much have they helped you in this journey?
My parents, they helped like so much just because they made a lot of sacrifices like on their own. I came to Wyomissing like in 5th grade, so I grew up in Reading, like right across the bridge. So that's like the first sacrifice, just moving across that bridge and really introducing myself to Wyomissing. And they just, take me to garage train to go lift and take me to practice, and just making a lot of time adjustments for them was just a big thing for me. And they put a lot of time and money into this stuff, so I really appreciate everything they do for me. And like, they're my parents, so I love them to death.
How happy are you to have the decision out of the way, and now you can just focus on your senior season?
I'm extremely happy. I think I made a great decision. I'm happy with it, and now I'm just able to bond with my teammates and just be a high school student, do my thing.
The head coach is a big part of the recruitment puzzle.
Right.
What is it about James Franklin that you like so much?
I just like how family oriented he is. Like, when you're talking to James Franklin, it's like kind of just like talking to like a regular person. Like, I don't get that kind of any like cockiness or any like, of course there's seniority because he's the head coach, but I don't get that any attitude from that. So I appreciate everything he does, and like especially how much he includes my family and everything. Like, especially with this official visit, it was a great weekend. So yeah. How
much did being able to play just a couple hours from home factor into your decision?
It was a huge decision. Like, and it went. There was a lot going into that as far as like education and stuff like that. But location was a really big deal for me, just because they're only 2 hours away from me, and my parents would be able to be at every single game. And Wyomissing is like really similar to Penn State as far as like what we wear. We wear the black cleats and all that stuff. So like, I feel like I'm pretty close to home even when I'm away from home.
And the team is more important than the individual, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Singleton from Governor Mifflin is already there. Joey Schlaffer from Exeter has committed to Penn State. How well do you know those two guys?
Nick, he's older, so but we lived at the same gym. We actually all lived at Garage Train, me, Nick, and Joey. I talked to Nick a little bit, but me and Joey, we got pretty close, especially after committing. He's only 15 minutes down the road, and we lift whenever he's there. We lift all the time, so it's great being able to bond with my future teammates, and hopefully I'll be able to block for those guys.
When you think about Nick's freshman season coming up, obviously it's power conference football, and he's a true freshman, but do you think he can have an impact right away?
Honestly, yeah. Like, I think Dane Miller, he did a great job like just developing him. But even at like Penn State, like, I just hear all the things that he's doing so well there, and he's super quick and strong. So I think he'll be just fine in the Big Ten, and he'll have a pretty good freshman year.
Do you envision yourself playing guard or playing tackle, and do you have a preference between the two?
I see myself as like either. I'm probably more of like in the NFL, like if I ever get there, probably guard and like tackle in college, just because of my height and my length. I don't have any preference, like whoever gets me on the field quicker, but maybe outside, I'd say tackle. I'm a little bit more comfortable, but I'm pretty versatile, and I think I'll be comfortable wherever.
Now, you're not just a great football player, you're the state champ in shot put and discus in track and field. How does it feel to be the best in the state in 2 different throws?
It's a blessing. I worked pretty hard just like throwing, like that was my main thing for a while, so I took pride in that. And being like a dual sport athlete, like that was a big thing for me and for my parents and my coaches. So it was just a big deal, especially being able to win it as a team, like not just me being a state champion, but for the boys team to be a state champion. It was great. It was great for like the community and for the team in general.
How much does track and field help you on the football field?
Tremendously. Like I say it helps a lot, just because that's just extra lifting and extra footwork. And just balance, and there's small things to it that no matter what position you play on the field, it's going to help you with.
You have some big guys coming back to your football team, not just yourself. Tell me about Caleb Brewer and also Payson Ziegler.
Caleb, he was my lifting partner, so I know a lot about Caleb. But Payson too, we got a big line this year, and I'm like super excited to see what we do. We're going to run the ball, just like as everyone knows, so it's going to help having those guys there. And we're working out every day. We're working out like every single day, and we're lifting, we're doing speed work. So it's going to be like really entertaining to see what we do on the field this year.
Caleb's a really good wrestler, qualified for states. Have
Oh,
you ever
man.
tried to wrestle him?
Yes.
And how did that turn out?
Well, we wrestled 2 times and I got beat. But right now I'm working on it and we're going to have a rematch and we're going to see who wins this time.
Now, when you say you got beat, did you get pinned or was it a decision?
I got beat twice. I'm not going to lie. He pinned me pretty good twice. I'm not going to lie. He's a demon.
How long did it last?
I'm not going to lie. Every single time we wrestled, it's been 10 seconds extra. So I've been lasting a little bit every single time. But, you know, that's what he does. Just like how I'm a thrower, pacing the baseball player. He's pretty good at baseball and basketball. And Caleb, he had a really promising future in the wrestling match and stuff like that. So I'm really excited for those guys.
How likely do you think it is that you compete in track and field at Penn State?
As my understanding right now with Coach Franklin and Coach McKay, it's possible. It's really up to me and my work ethic and how I handle my academics. As of right now, it's like to be determined. It's a goal of mine to be able to throw at the Big Ten and play football, but we'll see what the future has in store for me.
Wyomissing's reached the state championship game 2 years in a row.
Right.
What are your expectations for this year's team?
Right now it's just Kennerdale, first game. That's who we're opening up with, and as you know, we moved up to the LL, so a lot of the teams we face are going to be a little bit more competitive. So I think it's going to be challenging, but hopefully we get there, and we'll have another interview then when that happens. Hopefully,
coaches are going to be thrilled with you. You're already talking about one game at a time.
Oh man, one day game at a time. That's it.
Now you had a great senior class that moved on. A handful of all-state players in that group. What would you like to say to those guys and how much they've helped you improve?
Those guys, I love those guys. Amory, Jack Miller, Tommy, all those guys, I love them. They kind of showed us the way. My older brother, that was like the year we had a really big senior group. So those guys kind of molded like the Wyomissing tradition a little bit. And then the guys last year did a great job of just following through and really helping us. We got to state championship, so that's always going to be the goal even this year. But I think those guys did like a really good job of like teaching the young guys, and we have a really young team, so it's a little uncomfortable right now. But we're getting into the thick of things, and really soon it's going to be the season. It's going to be time.
I know you just came from a workout. You're still working out all the time, but it's the summer. Have you had any time to do something fun?
Yeah, I've been to Penn State on my official visit. That was fun, and really besides that, I haven't been doing too much for training. I want to make sure that this year I'm conditioned. I'll be playing both sides a lot more. I don't have as much substitutions last year, so that's one thing I want to emphasize this year, just my conditioning and my overall just mental stability.
Wyomissing has a real experienced coaching staff. How much has that helped you?
Tremendously. Coach Wolfram and Coach O'Neill is one of the lowest guys as far as the years go, but you can ask Coach Wolfram a question any part of the game, any position, he's going to know. So it's great. He's basically a master of the wing tee. I like to say he created it, because Coach Baldwin, one of our assistant coaches, his dad created the wing tee, so we know a lot about that.
And Coach O'Neill, even though he may not have a lot of experience on your staff, he's
Right.
still been around here a long time.
Oh, yeah, he played at Westchester. A lot of guys, a lot of the coaches on our team, they played at the next level, so they know what they're talking about.
Well, appreciate your time as always. Good luck this season and at Penn State.
Thank you, I appreciate it.